If you're like myself, one of the most challenging concepts in Jewish life is how much Hishtadlus we have to do. And this wonderful sefer, Hamas B'Kvod Hashem, which is written by Avram ben Rambam, gives us clear-cut guidelines that can help us. I'd like to concretize what he says into one acronym today, and that acronym is the word COST, C-O-S-T. 4 conditions which will help you considerably how much Hishtadlus you have to do. The first one to see is that Hishtadlus is a condition. It's only a condition. It's not what's really bringing your parnasa, your health, your shalom bayis, your chinuch, whatever it might be you're doing Hishtadlus for. It's not really doing it. We must do it as a condition. And as Rav Yaakov Hillel once explained to me, the condition is so that it doesn't look like Hashem is bringing the salvation. Hashem created the world, as the Zohar explains, siba mesoveb, cause and effect. In order for that to perpetuate, in order for that to work, it has to look like Hashem is behind the scenes not doing anything. We're doing it, when really He's doing it all. Hishtadlus is a condition that needs to be done in order that it looks like we're doing it and that Hashem is not doing it. Right? Now, the first one is, though, it's a condition. You have to remember it's a condition. And this is a factor of your emunah bitachon. How much bitachon do you have that really what I'm doing is nothing, and what Hashem is doing is everything, and it's only a condition. In the Sefer, Hamas B'Kvod Hashem writes that Hishtadlus, in this respect, is very important. Just like there's an Aveira, a transgression, to do too much Hishtadlus. There's an Aveira to do too much Hishtadlus because you're making it seem as if I'm really doing it. If you're doing so much effort, it looks like you're doing it. There's a transgression, says Rav Avram ben Rambam, to do too little Hishtadlus. Because then you're being mezalzel in the Hishtadlus. You're not sufficiently making it look that you're doing it and Hashem's not doing it, to cover up His working in this world. So that's the first one, is condition. The second one is always optimal. Your Hishtadlus has to be optimal. If a person is very sick and you need a doctor, go to the best doctor you could find. Yeah? If you have a cold, my Rebbe once told me, there's 2 ways to cure a cold. You can have 7 days with vitamin C or a week without it. Now, it is true, I've read up a little bit, that vitamin C does help a little bit. It certainly helps prevent a cold. But if you have a cold, you don't need to go to the best doctor in the world. You might not even need to go to any doctor. If a person is very, very sick and their chances are very slim of survival, they need to find the optimal Hishtadlus they could do and put in the maximum effort. Now, I'm not telling you to go to New Zealand to find a doctor. It might be too long a trip, and it might not be an optimal Jewish living there. It's very difficult with a dateline to be a Jew living in New Zealand. What I'm saying is, find the optimal Hishtadlus. Find the doctor who is considered the most professional, the most mumche, as Chazal call it, the most skilled, the most knowledgeable, also passionate to help people. I once spoke to a doctor who was recommended for someone in my family, right? He said, I am fat and people are ants. I didn't feel comfortable using this person afterwards because his whole outlook to medicine did not impress me at all. Another doctor I once went to, I walked into his office and I said, I need a letter because the insurance will pay for me to go to one of the best doctors in the world who's in Boston. And the doctor said to me, in my office, we only mention my name. Yeah? So that doctor obviously was, I'm doing the operation. Of course, I didn't use him, but O is for optimal. So C is that, remember that Hishtadlus is only a condition, and O is remember that you should use the optimal Hishtadlus. S means it should be sensible. It shouldn't be something too crazy. It shouldn't be something too small. It shouldn't be something too big. It should make sense, right? Don't do something which is, even though I tell people there are 3 types of people in the world, in the box, out of the box, no box. I'm no box. If I would bump into a box in the street, I wouldn't know what it is because I don't have a box. But even with that, I understand when doing Hishtadlus. Now, a woman once called me up with a question and she asked me, isn't this crazy? I said, yes, it's crazy. But sometimes you do crazy things. And she actually went ahead with it and it was extremely successful. Right? So sometimes you do crazy things, but in general, it should be really sensible. We know sensible from what our sages tell us primarily, what mumchim tell us, what experts tell us. This is how we determine if it's sensible, our life, our finances, our family situation, our personal situation, our emotional level. That all included in sensible. And the last one of the cost acronym is T. Think about it. Yeah. Once you have these three factors, that it's only conditioned, your level of emunah bitachon, that it's optimal, and that it's sensible, now make a decision. Now think, what should I do? So for example, a young lady called me up this morning. She asked me about, or we discussed, about coming to Eretz Yisrael for a shidduch. It sounded like a really good idea, but there was a number of factors on both sides, and we went through these four, right? This woman is on a very high level of emunah bitachon, right? She knew it was only a condition. Optimal, she said, it's not optimal for me. I really want to date this guy, but for me to fly to Eretz Yisrael just to meet somebody, yeah, and put myself under that pressure of going specially for that, the emotional buildup, right? And then he feels pressured I'm flying in for the shidduch and missing time from my work and being in an unfamiliar setting, right? I would rather wait, if it's my bashert, wait till the boy comes back to America and I'll date him there. And I heard what she was saying, and I said, I agree with you 100%, right? It's your condition, you understand it's only a condition, you're trying to do the optimal thing, meet him under the best circumstances, and it's sensible. Everything she said made sense. We thought about it, and we made a decision that she's not going to come for now. In any event, every major decision in our life should be filtered through this cost acronym. There might be other things, and if you have anything else to add to me, I'm very happy to hear it. Write to me at dytravis613@gmail.com. I'll be very happy to hear from my listeners, as I always am. And you should all be blessed with the greatest blessing Hashem could possibly bring to any Jew, Amen, Kain Tzrotzai.